Bobby, and of course, Mo. We are here in Arizona, just outside of Hoover Dam, and I want to use this opportunity to show you the cruise control. As you can see, our speed limit is 65 miles an hour. We're going through a lot of mountains right now, and our elevation is probably around 3,000 feet. First, let me show you the switch. Now, that is the Jeep switch, but you'll notice there's a light in the switch. That is the on-off indicator, as well as a diagnostic light. General Motors uses lights in their switches rather than an indicator on the dash. The other change you'll notice is the button. I personally don't like the Jeep cruise control switch button, on-off button, because it's too stiff. So we've replaced it with a soft touch switch. Now you can see we have, at least I hope you can see, we have the cruise control set at 65 miles an hour, and we are holding exactly 65 miles an hour. Going up a slight grade, and we are in 6th gear. Now I'm going to bring the shifter back into the manual mode. I want to show you something. While in cruise control, this little lever over here is our tap shift. This allows us to up and downshift the 6-speed transmission electronically. One of the things the tap shift does is when you change gears is it blips the throttle, unlike the old 4-speeds, so that the transition is almost seamless. As you can see, we're in 6th gear at 65 miles an hour. I'm going to tap shift down a gear. I'm going to tap shift down another gear. You'll see we hold 65 miles an hour, and the engine has blipped the throttle to match the transmission gear ratio. Now I'm going to bring it back up to 6th. And you'll notice we're also ascending a ridge, and we have still held exactly 65 miles an hour. I'm going to put it back into the automatic mode. Let's a pretty good headwind, and we're also ascending a hill, and I have our dash DAC set for mileage now. It's pretty accurate, within a mile or two per gallon. Now we're descending a slight ridge. What you'll find is at about 65 miles an hour on level ground, you'll brake 20 miles per gallon. At 70 miles an hour, a little bit less. At 75 miles an hour, expect to lose 2 or 3 miles to the gallon. The JK is not very aerodynamic. If you really try, I've averaged 21 to 22 miles per gallon through Utah, New Mexico, by keeping the speed down. Now I'm going to check my rearview mirror. There's nobody behind me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel cruise control. Not by turning it off, but by using the cancel function. Now you'll see our speed is dropping off quite rapidly. Now I'm going to use the resume. see that the computer made all the decisions to downshift the transmission and upshift the transmission and brought us right back to 65 miles an hour. For every tap of the switch, you increase or decrease about 1 mile an hour. So let's try to decrease to 65 miles an hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's pretty close. Now we're going to bring it back up to 65, and if you can see, we're ascending a small hill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right back up to 65 miles an hour. Actually, this cruise control works better, in my opinion, than the stock JK cruise control, mainly because the engine has torque. And if any of you have been in a mountain grade, even with the overdrive off, you'll notice that the engine will downshift the transmission to maintain speed, overshoot your target speed by 3 or 4 miles an hour, upshift, lose speed below your target speed, and then start the process over again. I call it cruise control hunting. You don't really get that with this 5.3 setup. The cruise control is operated through the bus, through the BCM, and it integrates the transmission, engine, and body control module to maintain, I want to say, within 1 to 2 miles an hour, whether you're on a mountain grade or flat and level ground. I think we're just outside of Chloride here. There doesn't seem to be a lot out there, but there is. You can see on this flat and level road, we have a slight side wind, crosswind. We're averaging about 20 miles to the gallon. I hope you found this video informative. Have a great day.